Bowhunt or Die is being brought to you by Matthews, Lost Camo, New Archery Products, Tinks, Lone Wolf Portable Tree Stands, Stealth Cam, Carbon Express, Hunter Safety System, Heartland Wildlife Institute, Moose Utility Division, Pine Ridge Archery, and the Can Cooker.
Welcome to another exciting episode of Bowhunt or Die. I gotta tell you, this episode, Justin, is maybe one of my favorites. I mean, we've got Clinton who shoots that absolutely monster buck they've been chasing for years, and Dean. I'm a little worried, man. Dean's giving me a run for my money with the self-filming. We may have to get rid of him.
Yeah, you know, it's funny because I finally this morning actually watched the full edited version of Dean's hunt, and when I got done watching it, I actually sat down, I sent him an email. I said, Dean, I wish every self-filmed hunt could turn out as good as yours did. It was an excellent hunt.
Oh, man.
And then also this week we've got Dan Richardson, who self-filmed his very first hunt. You know, it was only a doe, but you got to break the ice somehow, and it was actually a really entertaining hunt. So, you know, first off, we're going to start off with, I guess, Clinton Fawcett, right down in central Illinois with his filming partner, Franki Clark, on the hunt for a buck that they called Snowbird.
It's October 27th. We got a pretty good northwest wind tonight, and it's probably about 50 degrees still, but it's been getting pretty cool out. So we're up the road from the house hunting on a new food plot that we built this summer. We've got some trophy clover and some Rackmaker Plus. We planted the trophy clover on the end in the shade. Then out here we've got the Rackmaker Plus, which has got some chicory and some alfalfa and some clover mix. So we've got a couple real big deer up here. One big 8-pointer. I had a picture of him last night at 6:56 on a scrape on their side of the food plot. So we figured we'd come up here tonight and give it a go. So we got a pretty good entrance and exit route right here in this ditch below the tree. So hopefully if he does get out here and it gets dark, we can get out of this field without running him out. So things are starting to rock and roll. So maybe if we don't see him by dark, we'll get the old horns out and give him the Todd Graff tickle and try to make something happen. Meh, meh, meh. Shoot. Well, that's the biggest deer I've ever shot. That's the deer we come up here to hunt. The arrow was covered in blood. I hit him a little low, probably about 4 or 5 inches below where I was holding. Usually I'm all freaked out. I don't know why I'm dead calm. But that deer's a giant. He is a lot bigger than I thought he was in the pictures. I've been getting pictures of that deer all summer right here. Oh my God. Alright. Now I'm not so calm anymore. I just jerked it just a little bit. I don't know why. I don't know. I ain't gonna make excuses because he's all 10 yards from the tree. It's been about a half hour. We finally got out of here, all these deer. Arrow looks good. Real good. It doesn't have any gut smell to it, so we watched the footage back. I'm pretty sure, or we are pretty sure it wasn't the greatest shot, but it was definitely good enough to get the job done. We're thinking for sure I probably just got one lung though, because the angle of the shot. So we're gonna get out of here, go home, watch it on TV, and wait till morning. All right, well, we reviewed the shot at home, so we decided that the shot was pretty good. I was just dead set after I shot that I gut shot that deer, but after watching it, I mean, it's a pretty good hit. So we're gonna go 100 yards or so and try to make a judgment call and see whether or not we should come back tomorrow or find him tonight. So hopefully he's just laying up there where we last seen him. We tracked him about 200 yards. We found where he come up out of this creek. Still tons of blood, but we're going back out for the night because we don't want to get him bumped. It's been a long, sleepless night. We're still on real good blood. It looked like that kill zone really opened him up, but I hit him, definitely hit him a touch back and a touch low after you play it in slow motion. So we've gave him, I don't know, quite a while. 15 hours or something, so we still got real good blood back here going up the creek bank. Oh my God, Frank. Oh my God, he's huge. Oh my God. Oh my God, Frank. Oh, he's huge, bud. Thank you, God. Oh. This deer's 7 years old. We've had some history with him every year. We just can't ever find him. Well, pretty nice that we got him. So, my dad's always wanted to kill a big 8-pointer, worse than anything else, and I guess I get to first. So, just a tremendous, tremendous deer. I can't be happier. I mean, 4 years of history and thousands of hours work this summer. I don't even know what to say. This is a once in a lifetime opportunity to get a deer like this. I had this footage on my computer last night and I watched it frame by frame, I bet 100 times. I just couldn't get any sleep. It's been a roller coaster, but this is what we worked so hard for all year. I'm glad that I was able to get him down. I was kind of upset last night after I watched it. I knew up on the shot that I thought I'd hit him low, but the deer was just kind of posed weird because I stopped him so fast, so he was kind of bunched up. I was kind of worried that I hadn't got him killed and that Frank had shot all that good footage and that I didn't get it done. So looks like I am a dedicated cameraman until Frank gets one shot. So next time you see this, it'll be with him behind one and me running the camera.
We do good? Yeah. Give me a hug.
When it comes to killing big deer, everybody knows that location is key. Now, Clinton and Frank, they're fortunate enough to live in one of the most deer-rich areas in the entire state of Illinois, but that certainly doesn't make it easy to kill a 170-inch deer. Nobody on our team works harder than these two guys, whether it comes to looking for sheds and scouting during the wintertime, to planting food plots, hanging tree stands during the summer. These guys put in thousands of hours of work every year, and it finally paid off for them. Now, next up, we're going to head to Minnesota with Dean Krueger on a really exciting bow hunt.
All right, I'm headed west to eastern Minnesota to hunt the bluff country. Been on the road for a couple hours now and I got a couple to go yet. Got all my hunting clothes all washed up in Tink's Beat Tech this weekend. Trying to be as scent free as possible. Got all the gear packed up in the truck and like I said, we're headed west. So I'll see you in Minnesota and hopefully we can put a bruiser on the ground this week. Well, it is October 28th and I'm hanging high here in Minnesota. Put up the lone wolf here today. There's two scrapes and the branches are just twisted off about 25, 26 yards to the north of me here. And I put a Tink's scrape dripper right above it with some Tink 69 in it. So don't know what's working this farm because I haven't been here for a year, but we're in Minnesota and there's big bucks out here. So stick with me, and with any luck, we're gonna put one down. All right, here's an update. It's October 29th, and this was my first morning sit in Minnesota. We're dealing with a full moon, so I'm gonna try to sit just about all day because there might be some midday movement. Usually when there's full moon, they're up on their feet all night, but then they'll go to bed early, and then they may be up during the middle of the day. Seen a big shooter this morning, cut across the top of the hill, a big 10. Real thick, not wide, but tall. And I grunted at him a couple times, never even looked. I doe bladed at him, and he looked once. But he was doing a lip curl up there, and he just had his mind made up that he was going to go to the northwest there. I could just see his antlers up over the top of the grass here, and he went in. So I don't know. Hopefully he's bedded down in behind me here. I know they like to bed down in there. And with any luck, maybe he's gonna pop out a little bit later today or this evening. Okay, it's October 30th. It's about 3:30 in the afternoon. I hung my lone wolf in this tree here about midday today. There's rubs just littered all the way through here and fresh scrapes. So with any luck, we're gonna catch a buck cruising. So if it don't happen tonight, we're gonna have a northwest wind tomorrow morning again. And we'll be back in here, but it's coming right across my face here, blowing my wind right down in that ravine, kind of off the bluff. So with any luck, we're gonna see a big guy tonight, so stick with me. Let's try to put him down. Can you believe that? I can't believe that just happened. That doe read the script and she peed right in front of me, and that buck came right to it, and he followed her right in. It's one of those that you dream about, a doe leading a big buck past you, and it doesn't happen that often, but they read the script tonight, that's for sure. She stopped here and she looked right up in the tree. She was nosing around a little bit. I didn't know if I would have left a little bit of scent here, and obviously she smelled around a little bit, but I sprayed down with Tink's B-Tech, and obviously it works. She smelled around a little bit, but she didn't bug her at all. So, and when she urinated there, I'm like, he's gonna come right to that spot, and he did. The shot was a little low, looked like a heart shot him. Seen him run off. He just went over the hill here, and I couldn't see him after that. So it's that time of year. All right, I'm going to do this solo just like I did filming here, and I'm gonna slowly take up the blood trail and see what's at the end of it. Looked like it was heart shot, so he should be just over the hill. The blood is just dumping out of him here. The blood's dumping out here. He can't be far. That kill zone just ripped him up. There he is. We are done in Minnesota. I'm not so sure if I've ever seen a prettier sight. Kill zone just did him in. I'm gonna go look at my buck now. He's about
40 feet away. All right, here he is. What a beautiful 10-point. This is the buck that I seen yesterday morning. Probably, oh, I don't know, 800 yards from here. Seen him come across the set-aside. Boy, that self-filming, you know, it's a lot of work, but when you get it done, it is so rewarding. I can't even explain it. Beautiful Minnesota buck. Bowhunt or die.
You know, that was a great hunt that Dean took us on in the state of Minnesota. This is 2 years in a row now where he's harvested a big buck, and I'll tell you what, he does such a great job with the self-filming. I even said, boy, we're gonna have to get rid of him. You know what? He has done an awesome job. You're giving me a run for my money, Dean, and I love seeing your footage every time you submit it. More importantly, there's nothing better when a doe comes in, stops, pees right in front of you. You just know, and you just cross your fingers. If a big buck comes in, you know he's going to be stopping there, and that's exactly what happened.
Like Todd said, that was definitely one of those hunts that dreams are made out of. We always envision a hot doe leading a buck right past our stand. That's exactly what happened, and Dean was able to capitalize on it. Now next up, we're going to join Dan Richardson. He's down in southern Indiana as he finally hits the woods in pursuit of a couple of whitetails.
Happy Halloween from the stand. Had a little spike come under me down here, and he got nervous. He kept looking behind him, and I kept hearing some commotion back here. I figured there was probably something going on. I seen two does. They was acting nervous. They went up into the thicket, and about 3 minutes later, about a 100-inch 8-pointer, he was scent trailing them up in there. I think he'd been back there chasing them around, so it's a good sign. Ain't over yet. November 1st has finally arrived. I love hunting November. Absolutely my favorite time of year to hunt. The buck activity is really picking up here lately. It ought to be getting good. The full moon's almost gone. There's scrapes and rubs everywhere. I'm seeing a lot of little bucks chasing does. Nothing big yet, but that could change at any moment. So we got to get out here and hunt to find out. So, man, my beard is getting gray. Wow. I just made a good shot on a doe. I had 4 of them coming in, and 2 of them was coming down right under me right here. I had a good open shot about 10, 12 yards out. It was so quiet, they heard me draw, but luckily she didn't bust. I think I heard her go down over there. They fed back here beside me for a long time, and I was even having a hard time getting the camera around on her because they was so close. So anyway, I think I got a doe down. I'm very happy with that. Good way to get it started. Bowhunt or die.
The doe I shot yesterday evening, I believe I hit her just a little far back. I originally thought I made a good shot, but I looked at the footage probably 20 times last night, and I made that decision to wait till this morning. Even after looking at my arrow when I got down, I knew it wasn't going to be the best shot in the world. So anyway, it's really cool. It's about 39 degrees. She should be okay. Given the coyotes ain't found her, but luckily we don't have too big a coyote problem in this area. I probably haven't hunted less than a minute. Just as soon as I got off that road bed, there she lays. I mean, that is one big opening. Hit her right here, kind of angled out right through there. I think I may have just barely clipped at least one lung anyway. But man, kill zone ripped her open. I'm just happy I found her. I'll have to take care of her and get her out of here.
This is Dan's first year filming with us, and I'll tell you what, he did a great job. He was a little unsure whether or not he was going to be able to pull off the self-film and stuff, but he did everything right. Shot a great doe. I know he believes in quality deer management. He wasn't sure of the shot. He backed out, came in the next morning, found his deer, and I know that he'll have plenty of meat for the rest of the year.
As always, we want to take the time to thank the people who sent in their trophy photos for this week's show. Cliff Moore, Darren Key, Luke Wagley, Sean Brinkman, and Tim Conley. Congratulations, everybody. Those are some great trophies. Remember, if you want to see your photo right here in an episode of Bowhunt or Die, all you've got to do is visit bowhunting.com, click on the Submit Your Trophy button in the upper right-hand corner of the screen, and you may see your photo in next week's show. Well, guys, that's all the hunting action we've got for this week's show. Now, obviously, heading into this weekend, Todd, we've got gun season, both here in Illinois as well as Wisconsin. Wisconsin, the cool thing they did up there is they actually changed the laws so you can bow hunt during gun season now, which I wish they'd do here in Illinois. But, up in Wisconsin, we got a couple of guys who are going to be carrying their bows with them this weekend and put their blaze orange on, head out in the woods and see what happens.
Well, and of course, don't forget you have to wear your blaze orange, of course. But before we go, you know what? Let's do a quick little update with Justin and I. Justin, I know we had some trouble and some frustration. Tell everyone what happened.
Well, the weekend of October 27th, which was actually the same night that Clinton and Tommy both shot their bucks.
Right.
I had one of my target deer that I've been calling the fridge, came in, and it was like the worst case scenario possible. Not only did I forget to hit the record button, I hit that deer high, I hit him forward, which, I shot the deer, and I mean, I've been hunting long enough to know when I shoot a deer whether I'm going to recover him or not, and I knew the minute I shot that deer we weren't going to find him. Mike and I tracked him for nearly 1.5 miles the next day, never found him, but fortunately, that deer actually showed up on one of my trail cameras,
which is cool, here
in the last few days working a scrape. So I know he's alive, he's still in the area. Fortunately, I'm hunting in Lake County, which does not have a gun season here in Illinois. So this whole weekend I've set aside in my pursuit for the fridge or one of the other target bucks on that piece of property.
And I'm giving Justin whatever luck I have left for this year, so he shoots that buck. As far as myself goes, I had some great encounters over the last couple of weeks. I've been hitting it pretty hard, and you'll be able to see some of those big bucks in next week's show.
Yeah, no, Todd's been definitely seeing some bruisers, just not close enough. So, like I said, guys, that's all we got for this week's show. Make sure you check back next week. We've got 2 more awesome bow hunts for you, both here from Illinois. We've got Troy Spolam, who kills a beautiful, probably mid-140s, maybe better, buck. And then we've also got Johnny Herman down there in central Illinois getting it done. So check back next week. We'll have some more great bow hunting action for you.
In the meantime, don't forget to check out facebook.com/bowhunting for daily updates, news, photos, and other exciting information. We want to hear your opinions and your stories, so join us now and like us on Facebook.
Oh, tomorrow's Halloween.
Oh my God. Oh.